Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are delegates from Faculty of Law, Bandung Islamic University. I'm Muhammad and my partner Sarah Askia. Today, we're going to talk about patterns of corporate punishment in corruption crimes in the Indonesian legal system. So, recently, the role of corporation in the country economic turnover has increased with a large amount of capital, complete research, and able to absorb a labor, making its position more strategic in improving the welfare of the society.
According to that, Indonesia starts to regulate corporation as a subject of criminal law. From the observation of the regulation of corporate criminal liability in various laws, it can be concluded that the pattern of regulation varies greatly and is not standardized.
As a result, there are a lot of confusion in law enforcement because the regulations are often unclear and ambiguous. Law number 31st of 1999 on eradication of corruption as amended by law number 20 of 2001 and amended to law number 31st of 1999 on the eradication of corruption regulated corporation are the subject of a criminal act. As can be seen from Article 20 of the anti-corruption law, in the anti-corruption law, a corruption is organized group of people and or a world, whether a legal entity or not. Thus, corporation involved in corruption can be a subject of a criminal act.
From the research background, the authors identified two problems in this research. First, how is the application of criminal liability for corporations as the perpetrators of corruption in the Indonesian legal system? And the last one is, what is the patterns of punishment for corporations that is committed to corruption crimes?
From those problems, the authors finding a research method to produce a precise findings. The authors applies a normative juridical approach that uses secondary data in the form of a research result. As the journals, International Society Reference Book, Legal Dictionary, Encyclopedia, and a study of various law and regulation. On the left one is the United Convention Against Corruption, which are regulated corporate liability.
From those problems, we conduct research results. The first one is implementation of criminal liability against corporations as corruption offenders. Regarding the practice of law enforcement against corporations from 2018 to 2021, law enforcement officials such as prosecutors, Corruption Eradication Commission, and police have handled 7,651 corruption cases. Especially for prosecutors throughout Indonesia, in the last 5 years, they have investigated and filed prosecutions in 8,022 cases. However, the intensity and massive actions of law enforcement in eradicating corruption have not been matched by the prosecution of cases against corporations. Companies and their management must control every corporate activity to prevent unlawful acts.
The next one is the pattern of a punishment for a corporation committing corruption crime. The concept of corporate punishment is a criminal concept that has not been accepted by a criminal law for a long time. Legislation in Indonesia until now does not have a national punishment system, which include punishment pattern and punishment guidelines. Patterns of punishment, which is a reference or guideline for lawmakers in a making law and a regulation that contain a criminal sanction corporation. Criminal responsibility is born with the communication of the report, which is objective to the act declared as a criminal offense. Corporate criminal liability system is a criminal law, where for this criminal liability system there are several systems, namely, first, the management of the corporation, as the maker and the management as responsible. The second is the corporation as the maker and the management is responsible. And the last one is the corporation as the maker and also the one responsible. The responsibility system is also regulated in Article 20, Paragraph 1 of the Law Number 31, year 1999, stipulated in the event that a criminal offense is committed by or on behalf of a corporation is the precision and imposition of a punishment may be carried out against the corporation and or its management. So according to that, the author, those who can be pronounced are first, corporation, second is the management, and the last one is corporation and its management. Based on that, it's clear that in the corporation criminal liability system has reached the stage where the corporation can commit a criminal offense and can be held untouchable. So from past result and discussion, you can see or we can conclude that the first one is corporation as a subject of criminal law has been stipulated in Law Number 31 of 1999 on the eradication of corruption as amended by Law Number 20 of 2001, on the amendment of Law Number 31 of 1999 on the eradication of corruption. Although the anti-corruption law established corporation as a subject of a criminal law, only a few law enforcement offices have named corporation as a suspect in corruption crimes and punishment them.
The pattern of punishment for a corporation that is found guilty of committing corruption is to apply a cumulative alternative punishment pattern aimed to the corporation and its management.
That's all we have from our presentation.
Thank you for your attention.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.